Okay, you've completed video 2 regarding Edpuzzle training. This is video 3, and we're going to move on and we're going to start discussing my content. And this is where you put the videos that you've modified, that you've worked with here in Edpuzzle. So I'm going to go up here. You can see where my pointer is. I'm going to click on my content, and you can see I have a lot of videos. The neat thing about this is you can set up the videos independently, standalone, or you can even put them in folders that you create to help you better organize. You can sit there and move several by clicking right here. You can see how we have this little box. So I could be clicking several at one time and then tell it to move to a folder or assign and share. If I click on assign and share, I've got to first click on a video, for example, this one, click on assign, share, and then again, if I've got multiple classes, I could assign it to more than one. I still have that prevent skipping. I use that a lot, as you can see here, and then due date. Or I can also share with anyone again. I can come in here. I've got a perfect link that I can then sit there and share with my students, or I can embed it in a website, Facebook, Twitter, email. Those are some of the options that you have. The other option you have here in your content is create. This is where you can create working with a new video or upload a video. You can work with students' project or create a new folder. I like to use upload video. With the upload video, I'm able to take an address that I have found on YouTube and just paste it, and then I'm there. If I click on new video though, here I can tie into my school. And this is where you might find some staff that have already done something that's related to what you're doing. For example, right here, this is something that Thomas Nichols has created. And so I could tie into that and maybe find that it works with my curriculum very well. Here's myself, computers. I did something on that. So another thing though is if I click here on Edpuzzle, there's a lot of people across the nation and the world even that have posted things that they've created using Edpuzzle or working with Edpuzzle. You might want to go through there. You might find something that even already has questions embedded. If you notice here, you'll see the question mark. That indicates there's questions embedded in this video. This one here, they've done audio notes. So if you'll look here, this one means that it's been cropped. It's kind of hard to see, but you can see the scissors up there with questions. So you can see that they're modifying those things and it indicates that. So that might help you in better finding what you're looking for your class. Back here to the left, you'll see we have YouTube, Khan Academy. The list goes on as far as resources that you can use with Edpuzzle easily by choosing that. And then you would click over here, upload. So if I chose something, it would take it there. Now, cancel. Now, when I click upload, it's asking for what my video is, and it warns me that I have a 1 gigabyte maximum. So you really don't want things that are like 3 hours long. It'll really be hard to get it in there, but you can maybe crop it with maybe using WeVideo or something else and break it into smaller sections. So I'm going to first choose files, and I want to change that. We're going to try a different approach here. I'm going to cancel, and then right up here I'm going to paste the website or link that I'm looking for, and then I'm going to hit enter. Now, this is a video that I've created for my students' parents. With my parent letter that I'm sending with the students, I've included a link to this video so that I can talk to the parents and explain to them what we're doing, especially when I'm trying to get the parents to understand flipped classrooms and blended learning and that type terminology. And so I've got that in here. Again, now that I have this video, I can first go in here and crop. And simply moving these markers here at the bottom will sit there and change what part of the video it starts in Edpuzzle. Same with the back. I can shorten it. Maybe I felt like the 20-minute video was too long. I wanted to make it where it was just 8 minutes. I could cut it up and then give my students just that 8 minutes and then move back and add another clip later on. Now, second part is audio track. I'm going to click on that. The neat thing about audio track is it's going to replace the audio in that video. So you might have someone that's doing an equation up on the board and you like how they're showing it, but you want to overlay your voice so your students can hear you and how you want to explain what's going on. Very useful that way. Third is audio notes. And this is where you can literally insert a statement, an audio recording. Maybe you want to emphasize the presenter in this video is about to discuss the assassination of the president, and you want them to really focus in on how it's emphasized. Or after a statement, you want to again, hey, the presenter just talked about this historical event. Make sure you take note that it will be on the next exam. Something to that effect. What I use the most of all these is the quizzes. Now, and let me go back real quick on the audio notes. You can see the microphone here. I can move that to wherever I want that audio note inserted. Now, back to the quizzes. When I click on the question mark, now this has changed color. This was purple, this was orange, green stands for the questions. And right now it's having a hard time pulling up the video. That can be very annoying. I'm going to hit play and then pause. I can sit there and move this questions anywhere in the video I want. But when I click on that question mark, now I have some options here. This is where I can insert. Right now, I have open-ended question. I always like to emphasize to my students that they must answer open-ended questions with complete sentences. Second, multiple choice. You can see how it's already starting to give me the multiple answers. And then comment. And this is where I can just sit there and make a statement such as raise your hand when you finish this video. Or move on to video number 3. Things like that. So there's a lot of power that you can use with these things. The other things that you can do here is you can use the bold, italics, and underline, superscript and subscript. You can add a link to a website like I did when we were discussing student handbook. I can even put in an image or a picture, but I can also insert equations. So there's so many different things you could do. I could put an equation in the video that I wanted the students to work out and then have multiple answers further on down. Now, once you have your question put in there, excuse my spelling there, then I need to make sure I click on save. When I click on save, it's going to sit there and give me the question and then show me the text box where the students would answer. And then I would either want to edit it, or if I hit continue, then the video will continue on. And I can either pause it, hit the question, and then open up the question marks. Frequently as it goes through this, it's going to be saving what you're doing. But sometimes you might want to go ahead and hit save, and it'll indicate right here, everything is saved. But when you get to the very end of the video and you're through, what you want to do is click on finish. Once you finish, now you can assign it to a class. You could choose a class or even add a class. You have the option of prevent skipping, adding a due date, or you can even share it with other people, like I've shared with you. There's many different ways you can do this. I'm going to just sit here and add it, assign it to Edpuzzle training. And then when I hit send, now you can see it's been assigned to the Edpuzzle training class. This concludes the training regarding Edpuzzle. I really appreciate you coming into this class and encourage, if you have any questions, let me know. Also, please add your comments on the videos located in Google Classroom. That will really help me to go back and clean up and modify the videos. Um, Also, other students and staff will be able to see your comments, and maybe it'll help open them or open their eyes, or actually have them come up with a question of their own. So I really encourage you to take the time to do that. Thank you very much, and I really appreciate you coming in today. Have a good day.